Hello and welcome back to the channel. I've had the Triumph now for quite a while and I've put about 500 miles on it, so I wanted to make a very quick video about my initial thoughts and am I happy with my purchase. So let's start with the engine. I love the way it sounds. The 900cc 270 degree crank sounds wonderful. The twin pipes sound great. My riding style is pretty pedestrian these days. I can ride fast if I need to, I just choose not to. This engine suits that style. It has equal buckets of torque and horsepower with 64 horsepower, 59 pound-feet of torque. So twisting the throttle's easy, it'll go in almost any gear, but it's also quite happy just trundling along, especially on those mountain roads. At a nice easy pace. It's not in a hurry to get anywhere. The 5-speed gearbox so far has been smooth, and once I adjusted the gear lever so I could get my big old boot in there, I don't find myself missing the gears. Occasionally I might hunt for a 6th gear, but mostly I find the 5 gears perfectly adequate for my riding. Again, I'm mostly riding the mountain roads and the back roads. I tend to avoid the highways if I can, as I really do prefer something a little more scenic and slower paced. I have to say that I'm not a suspension expert, so I don't know what is supposed to feel right. I don't seem to have bottomed the suspension out yet, but at the same time it doesn't feel too soft. I need to put some more miles on it, and I think and maybe do some gravel or unpaved roads, but for now I think the suspension is comfortable. I don't carry a pillion, and so far I haven't taken much in the way of luggage, so it's only had to deal with my fat ass. I haven't been carving the twisties either, just plodding through for the most part, so again I'm not taxing the suspension. Overall, I would say it's comfortable. The brakes are good. Stops when it needs to, and it can stop in a hurry if needs be. I've only hit the ABS on the front wheel once, and that was on gravel. I do drag the rear brake occasionally when I need to, and I have plenty of feel. I was initially a little apprehensive about a 900 with just a single front disc, but so far I don't seem to have exceeded its capabilities. Same can be said of the overall handling. I've not exceeded its capabilities so far, but again, I'm pretty pedestrian in my rides. I just don't see the point of screaming through the canyons when you live in a place as beautiful as this. I like to take my time, enjoy the view, enjoy the ride, and stop every now and again and take photographs. Comfort's good. I've ridden the bike for 2 to 3 hours at a time, and I get a little ache in my right knee and hip, but that's just me being me. I get that on my wife's Can-Am Spider as well, and that thing's an armchair on wheels. I might adjust the bars up a little perhaps. I have a tall torso and find that I have to do this frequently. This is why nowadays I tend to go for Scramblers and ADV style bikes, as they suit a more upright position that seems to take the pressure off my back. In other reviews I've seen the lack of screen and wind protection as a negative, but for the stately mountain rides that I do, I haven't found that to be an issue yet. I've cruised at 60 to 70, but not for an extended period of time, so I can't comment on that, but for short runs it's been fine. So is there anything I don't like? Well, yeah, there's a couple things. I like the display, but I would much prefer an analog RPM gauge than the digital one. I'm not overly happy with the LCD display. The quality's okay, it's just the way the data is presented that I'm not fond of. Also, the screw that holds on the pillion pad seems to be a really stupid piece of design. I'm not sure why they did that. And lastly, the pipes. Yes, they generate quite a lot of heat, and yes, I can feel it on hot days, but it's not pleasant, but at the same time, it's not hot enough to burn. I did have some questions in previous videos about cornering and the effect of having both pipes on one side. I don't know, you might be able to feel it a little, I guess. But I have a saddlebag on the other side now, and I keep tools and stuff in that, and I think that helps balance it up a little bit. At least in my mind, it does. I'm not sure that's really a thing, but no, I don't find that the pipes are making a big difference to the handling. In my previous update, I also mentioned adding a USB cable and the aforementioned luggage rack, and I'm still happy with that. I hope to get some longer rides in later this season so I can comment on the long-term comfort and the lack of wind protection, but that all depends on the weather and how I feel, to be honest. I've done my fair share of riding in the rain and the snow. I mean, I learnt to ride in England, so it's always raining there. Nowadays I choose just to ride in the fair weather. I don't have to commute or anything like that, so I'm riding just for fun. I'm now a fair weather rider. So all in all, I think it's a good bike. I mean, the fit and finish is excellent. It's beautiful looking. And overall, I have to say that coming up on that 500 mile mark, I'm extremely satisfied. I've also resolved that stupid seat screw issue. I saw a comment a while back about using one of the screws from a GoPro mount. Well, I don't use GoPro, I use Insta360, but it's the same screw. So I use one of those. Works really well, and I'm really happy with it. So I think that'll just about wrap it up here. Please feel free to like and subscribe if my drivel appeals to you. And I'll see you in the next video.